you thought you were going to be watching Simon Belmont versus Mario, but this is I, Combo Breaker. And I'm here to plug my Discord as per usual. Yeah, I really need to start coming up with a new gag for this one. There'll be a link to my Discord in the description down below. Once you join the Discord, you can submit fan art for the episodes, talk to me, suggest battles, help with research, and do all sorts of fun shit. Honestly, it's a lot of fun in there, and I really hope to see you guys in there. So let's move on with the episode.
Step inside my twisted world, where heroes will collide. Villains aren't the only evil, there are no fucking sides. Every match will test their stats, every loss and win are weighed. Any chance they thought they had could all end up in vain on Combo Breaker.
So, have you guys ever noticed that retro video game characters are super strong? Think about it. Mega Man can destroy giant metal planets. Kirby can fight beings who are literal black holes. Ness fused with the freaking universe, and even Ryu Hayabusa has a sword that can destroy planets. But today's combatants, oh boy, are they strong as all hell. I mean, they were so strong that they managed to take down the God of War on my show. I'm of course talking about Simon Belmont, the legendary vampire killer of Castlevania, and Mario, the portly plumber hero of the Mushroom Kingdom. Simon B. Button Belmont, one of the fighters I've wanted in Super Smash Bros. For quite a while, and I'm so sorry about that one, guys. That doesn't change the fact I'm a filthy Belmont player, though. Alright, let's talk about powers and abilities, and oh boy, Simon is fully loaded with a plethora of cool weapons and abilities to keep those foes at a distance. For one, he has holy magic he can use to create barriers to protect himself from incoming attacks. I wonder why that one isn't allowed in Smash Bros. Definitely wouldn't break the meta or anything if you could just become completely immune to damage. Anyway, he can also use his magic to amplify his whip's strength, because obviously that's necessary when you hit them when they're on the other side of Final Destination. Yes, let's amplify the strength while we're at it too. But more importantly than Simon's basic magic powers are his iconic weapons. His most iconic weapon is the Vampire Killer, a long-ass chain whip with a motherfucking morning star on it. Because hitting people with a metal chain at high speeds isn't painful enough, so let's go ahead and add a metal ball of tetanus and spikes to the end so he can do even more damage. If there's never been a more unnecessary upgrade to a weapon in all of fiction. Simon can also make his whip go completely limp, and he can wave it around like a helicopter to block projectiles. You know, there's probably an innuendo I could make there, but I'm way too lazy to think of one. Dick jokes aside, the Vampire Killer is no ordinary whip. It actually has some special features. For one, it can launch out fireballs to burn his opponents. And the whip is both holy and demonic. Wait, how the actual hell can it be holy and demonic? That's quite literally impossible. That's like if your cereal caught on fire when you poured milk into it. Okay, you know what, Simpsons? Touche, you got me there. Anyway, the Vampire Killer also has a super cool feature, where if any non-Belmont tries to wield it, they'll slowly have their life drained until they die. What about that time Bomberman wielded it? Wait, what? No, you have to be kidding me. Yeah, go ahead, take a quick look. Why? How? This goes against Castlevania lore! Fuck you, Konami, and your lack of consistency, and your fucking pachinko machines can go back to the hell from whence you came! Ahem. Sorry about that, Konami's just really pissed me off. A lot. So let's go ahead and move on to Simon's most well-known thing, the B button. Simon's most well-known tools are his sub-weapons, and oh boy, these suckers are pretty useful for hitting those hideous beasts from really far away. For one, he has throwing knives that he can throw to stab people from a distance. He also has his throwing axes that he can throw in an arc upwards that are very useful for hitting airborne targets, or pissing off everyone online in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Simon also has a cross that he can throw and have it come back like a boomerang, much to the dismay of every Smash Bros. Player and the confusion of every religion everywhere. Or if that cross is simply not religious enough for you, he can attack those unholy beasts with the power of Jesus. He does this by burning his opponents alive with holy water. And just like a PK Fire, this move is 100% guaranteed to give you a free smash attack. It just leaves one mind-boggling question. It's holy water. How the hell does it combust into flame? It makes no damn sense. Well, logic-breaking weapons aside, he also has a stopwatch that he can use to freeze time completely. You just said logic-breaking weapons aside and then started talking about stopping time. You see the problem with that, right? Does your stopwatch not stop time? No, does yours? Well, yeah, obviously, that's a normal thing that stopwatches do. What the hell are you talking about? Look, it's a basic stopwatch function. You know what? I don't have time to explain this to you. I need to finish the analysis, so just go play the stopwatch over there until you figure out the basics of it. Anyway, Simon himself is completely immune to time stopping. I mean, I can't imagine not having immunity to time stopping when you can stop time. That's like having laser vision that only works when your eyes are closed, or fire breath that burns your tongue. Now, if you thought his Shrek 3 Prince Charming looking ass was just the style that he liked for some reason, then you'd be completely wrong. You see, that outfit grants Simon a whole bunch of special buffs. His bandana gives him resistance to poisons and curses, for some reason. With his chest piece, he gains resistance to blunt, slashing, and piercing attacks, as well as a resistance to petrification, curses, and poisons. He also has a cloak that grants him resistance to fire, ice, and lightning, as cloaks typically do. I mean, I know mine does. Hell, even his fucking sandals boost his magical abilities. Okay, I understand his chest piece, protecting him from all sorts of damage. That makes sense. His bandana protecting him from special effects, I can somewhat understand that. But please, someone explain to me why his fucking sandals, are the thing that amp up his magical attacks. Let's just talk about his stats before I find out that he has like a pair of socks that allow him to fly through space or some shit. Simon is freakishly strong. He can easily kill monsters like skeletons, werewolves, and even Frankenstein with a few strikes of his whip. On top of that, he can easily break through stone walls, typically to find a pork chop that's been there for God knows how long. You know what? All this talk about pork chops made me really fucking hungry. Just gotta break through this wall. Come on, if there's a pork chop in here, I am so fucking eating it. Anyway, Simon's also fought and killed death himself. He's also fought the Time Reaper who can merge timelines, and even Dracula himself, who has the strength of all 7 layers of hell. He even managed to take down Trevor Belmont and Alucard in his story mode of Castlevania Judgment. Simon's also fast as hell as well. He's quick enough to dodge fireballs as well as bolts of lightning and even beams of light. He's also fast enough to keep up with Dracula, who can move inside a black hole. Man, that seems to be a trend lately. Dracula is also capable of fighting in a spiraling galaxy, and to back up this speed, Simon's fought other Belmonts such as Trevor Belmont, who also defeated Dracula, and he's even fought the Time Reaper who can keep up with Dracula as well. Also, he can do this sweet-ass moonwalk, which we all know is the greatest speed feat of all time. Look at him go, he's moonwalking. Simon's also durable enough to take beatdowns from creatures of the night, as well as Death, the Time Reaper, and even Dracula, who, as I mentioned, can create black holes and has the power of all 7 layers of hell. Plus, Dracula's even shown to be stronger than the Menace, who is the false Dark Lord who collapsed an entire abyss. Simon's also an expert in combat. He can keep up with basic beasts like werewolves and ancient monsters who have lived for thousands of years like Dracula. Hell, he's even fought other Belmonts in a fighting game, which we all wish we could forget. Like, actually, why does this exist? Who thought this was a good idea? And why the fuck does Simon look like the new mascot from Hot Topic? Anyway, despite Simon's training, insane power, and large arsenal, he's far from perfect. The Vampire Killer does have a pretty bad flaw, where if Simon gets too badly damaged, his whip will start to weaken. Also, up until Smash Brothers, he started to look more like a BDSM dominatrix for some reason, compared to his original Conan the Barbarian style. Like, for some unknown reason. Why did Konami think this is what they wanted, when this looks way cooler and more fitting for Simon Belmont? Not whatever the hell this thing is. But no matter how many times Konami fucks up the Castlevania series, Simon will always be ready to vanquish the darkness. The Mushroom Kingdom is a strange place full of annoying mushroom people, giant turtle dragons, and carnivorous plants that somehow join the Smash roster before Waluigi does. But this beautiful place is led by the elegant, beautiful, and top-tier Princess Peach. Unfortunately, she gets kidnapped like every 5 seconds by the big baddie himself, Bowser, but you know what? I guess that's the risk you take when your guards are 3-foot-tall mushroom people armed with nothing but squeaky voices and penguin costumes. Why is that her only form of security? Lack of security aside, let's talk about Nintendo's portly plumber mascot and his powers. And oh boy, is there a lot to talk about when it comes to Mario's arsenal. Let's just start with Mario's most iconic power, his pyrokinesis. Despite this power being his most iconic, it's the most inconsistent in the entire Mario universe. See, typically Mario requires the use of fire flowers to be able to throw fireballs. You see this in the platformer games. Makes sense. But in some games, like the RPG games and Super Smash Bros., he's shown that he can just naturally manipulate fire. So which is it, Nintendo? Is it so hard to have some sort of consistency in your game? Any form of continuity? Apparently it is. Just look at the Zelda timeline. This thing is the most fucked thing I've ever seen. It makes no sense. But that's not the only thing Mario can generate out of seemingly nowhere to attack his foes with. As Dr. Mario can create and help people with a shit ton of drugs that somehow cures them. Yeah, how the hell did this guy get his medical license? Like, it makes no sense. If all you do is just pour pills into someone's body until they're magically cured, you should not have a license. Anyway, Mario's lack of medical knowledge aside, Mario has even more up his sleeve. Like a large-ass hammer he can use to smash things with all of his force and might.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Not that kind of smash. I meant the murder kind of smash, not the not so safe for work kind of smash. Anyway, if Mario needs more versatile movement and combat options, he always has his Flood Pack. With the Flood, Mario is able to fly around with it like a jetpack, or he can spray his enemies with it to push them back and potentially even do damage to them, because we all know how lethal water can be. Holy shit! I take it back, Mario's packing some real heat, or packing some real hydration. He also carries a stopwatch that he can use to freeze time around him. He also uses the cape or Tanuki suit to allow him to fly through the air, or just whip his opponents with his cape and or tail, depending on which one he's using. With his gold form, he's able to turn enemies into gold coins that he can then use to buy extra lives. Holy shit, is he trading 100 lives for an extra life of his own? That's dark, Nintendo. That is really dark. He also has the Ice Flower, where he gains the ability to freeze enemies with ice balls that he can then pick up and throw at people until they shatter. Man, Mario is brutal! He also has a Power Shroom that increases his own strength and durability, or he has the Mega Mushroom, where he grows to a massive size to crush his enemies under his feet. Not like he couldn't normally do that. I don't understand why that one's even a power-up. What's so funny? He now has a Mega Mushroom, if you catch my drift. This is like the third time he showed up this episode, and it's for a Mario dick joke? Get out! No! Get out! I don't want to imagine Mario's... Oh god, it's already in my head. Oh god. Kill it with fire, please. Let's just finish up with his power-ups. I don't want to think about his warp pipe again. Where's the bleach from my brain? Mario can use the metal cap to turn into Metal Mario, increasing his physical strength tremendously, but it also slows him down. But all of those power-ups are basic in comparison to the best tools in his arsenal, such as the Starman that grants Mario total invincibility for a short period of time, along with making Mario look like a badass and trip and playing one of the catchiest tunes of all time. He also has the Pure Heart and Star Rod, which are just ridiculously powerful items. However, by far one of Mario's most versatile and interesting pieces of equipment is his hat. Yeah, thanks to Mario Odyssey, Mario has a new hat called Cappy. And Mario can throw Cappy at his opponent to possess their body, giving him full control over them. Or Mario can jump off Cappy to get some extra airtime. But even Cappy pales in comparison to Mario's best item, the white Tanuki suit. This thing may not sound scary, but trust me when I say this power-up is godlike. The white Tanuki suit grants Mario the power of flight, and he can whip people with his tail. Wow, a blinding white furry suit. So scary. What's he gonna do, make weird animal sex innuendos? This suit also makes Mario completely invincible, invulnerable, and indestructible to everything except for instant kills, such as bottomless pits. Holy shit, I take it back. That is so ridiculous. Why is he allowed to have that? Yeah, I know, it's an absolutely broken item. I don't know who designed it or why it's in the game, but it's overpowered as all hell. Now with this insane arsenal out of the way, let's go ahead and cover feats. Mario is strong enough to pick up and kick castles a good distance away. Plus he can casually smash bricks into pieces, crush enemies into nothing, but you know, all those feats are just completely worthless when you compare him to Mario's more impressive feats of strength. He can casually outswim a black hole. He's beaten Bowser on several occasions, including the time that he was big enough to smash through planets with a single punch. But more impressively is the time he managed to defeat Bowser while he had the power of the Dream Stone, which gave him the power of every Dream Realm. Keep in mind, each Dream Realm is a universe. Hell, he even defeated Dimentio as well as King Boo, who was going to demolish Luigi's mansion that contains several universes in it. But by far, Mario's best feat is the time he transcended through fucking existence. Somehow. Mario's also super fast. He can pilot the Millennium Star that can fly to the center of the Earth in 8 seconds. He can dodge attacks from Bowser, who can hit Starship Mario. Keep in mind, Starship Mario can fly between galaxies in mere seconds. Mario's also able to move in places where time and space simply do not exist. Man, maybe I should become a plumber. If it just means that I get to be this absurdly powerful and fast, I might want to look into that career. Anyway, Mario's tough enough to survive in black holes, as well as the fact that he can survive incredibly large explosions, dips in lava, attacks from Koopas and Thwomps, and more impressively is the fact that he can take beatings from Bowser, King Boo, and even Dimentio. On top of all this, Mario's also incredibly smart. He's fought Bowser and his army on more than one occasion, he has a medical degree, and he's also shown incredible skill in sports and kart racing. Hell, he even managed to kill countless Toads and still get into Princess Peach's pants. When you can kill countless amounts of people that the princess is supposed to rule over and protect and still manage to get into bed with her, you know you're doing something right. Wait, what? Yeah, look at it. The instructions of the first Mario game even say so. Oh my god, Mario's a murderer! Yeah, and this murderer isn't perfect. He can actually be incredibly overconfident at times, which can lead him into some rather stupid mistakes. But despite these minor flaws, Mario's one plumber you don't want to fight unless you want to get stomped on.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking to you about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.
Alright, our combatants are set, but only one retro hero can come out on top in a fight to the death. Let's settle this! Mario is wandering through Dracula's castle as a flash of lightning strikes down in front of him. Mario stomps back as Dracula forms in front of him. Mario looks at Dracula, who throws his wine glass down and laughs at the plumber. Mario then throws Cappy at Dracula and possesses his body. He begins to wander the castle for a while, but he's stopped when an axe flies at him. Mario leaves Dracula's body as the axe hits Dracula in the head, dropping him to the ground. Mario lands to see Simon Belmont standing there with his whip by his side. Mario quickly throws a fireball at Simon, who dodges aside and pulls back his whip. As Simon throws his whip forward, Mario jumps in the air and dodges the whip strike as he dives at Simon and kicks him in the head, causing him to bounce off of his face and flip back. Simon stumbles back as Mario lands and reaches into his overall pockets. Simon then quickly throws a cross at Mario, hitting him in the stomach, launching him into the air slightly. Before he can fall to the ground, the cross returns and hits Mario again before Simon catches it. Mario then falls to the ground as Simon throws down holy water, causing flames to erupt up and burn Mario as Simon pulls back his whip. Simon then launches his whip forward with all of his force at Mario before hitting him in the head, launching him against a wall. Mario then falls to the ground and looks at Simon Belmont, who's holding his whip by his side. Mario reaches into his overall pockets and pulls out a blue flower and crushes it in his hand, causing his clothes to change from red to blue. Simon pulls out a glass bottle of holy water and throws it at Mario, who dodges aside as it bursts into flames, incinerating the painting behind him. Mario jumps up and spins around, throwing 2 ice balls in quick succession. Simon stumbles back as each ice ball collides with him, allowing Mario to run over and grab Simon by the neck and slam him on the ground. Simon tries to get up as Mario leaps into the air and comes crashing down on Simon, stomping on his back. Mario then quickly bounces back and starts to create another ball of ice as Simon slowly stands up. Mario throws the ice ball at Simon, who hits it out of the air with his whip, causing it to shatter. Simon then pulls back his whip as Mario leaps in the air and goes to slam his fist down on Simon's head. Mario tries to turn towards Simon, but Simon rushes at Mario and wraps his whip around Mario's neck. Simon then begins choking Mario as he pulls the whip tighter. Mario looks around, struggling to breathe as he sees a ghostly figure floating around the room. Simon pulls his whip even tighter as Mario reaches for his hat. He quickly throws the hat at the ghostly figure, causing Simon to lose hold of Mario. Simon then looks up at confused to see the large ghostly figure holding a scythe with Mario's hat on his head. Simon then backs up and reaches for his cross, but the ghost swings his scythe at Simon, cutting him across the chest. Mario then jumps out of the ghost towards Simon. Simon pulls out his dagger and tries to slash at Mario, but he ducks under Simon's swipe and uppercuts Simon, launching him into the air. Mario then jumps in the air and gets above Simon right before he starts to plummet to the ground. Simon's body smashes into the ground, and shortly after, Mario crashes down on Simon's head, stomping on it, smashing it into nothing but a pile of flesh, bones, and gray matter. Mario then steps off of Simon's dead body and continues to explore Dracula's castle. Oh god, he just curb stomped Simon's head. It's just gross and uncalled for. There's blood everywhere. Oh, okay, oh god. Well, I'm just saying Richter would have lived that one. Our winner is Mario, and sadly this is not a fight that Simon stood much of a chance in. Like, at all. And once I start to talk about stats, it'll become far more apparent. When it came to strength and durability, Simon Belmont is capable of taking down and killing literal death, as well as the Time Reaper who can merge timelines, and even Dracula, who had the strength of all 7 layers of hell and can create black holes that could suck up entire solar systems. Simon's also fought and beaten Trevor Belmont and Alucard in the Castlevania Judgment game, who have both also fought and defeated Dracula at some point in their life. This will put Simon Belmont at a multiversal level of strength and durability. Mario, however, is just on a whole other level. You see, Mario's capable of taking down Bowser, who can punch through planets, as well as survive the reset of the frickin' universe, and even more impressively is he managed to fight against Bowser while he had the Dream Stone, which gives him the power of every Dream Realm, and each Dream Realm is its own universe. But his best feats come from Paper Mario, where he took down and defeated Dementio, and even transcended his own existence. This would easily put Mario a complex multiversal in terms of strength and durability. So yeah, Mario is leaps and bounds above Simon in terms of raw power. So Simon's gonna struggle to damage, let alone kill Mario, whereas Mario only needs to land 1 or 2 good hits to finish off Simon Belmont. So what about speed? Maybe Simon could stand a chance there, right? Well, Simon can dodge fireballs, lasers, lightning, and even pure light. He can even go toe-to-toe with Dracula, who can fight within the pull of a black hole and not be affected, and Dracula's fought in a realm that was a spiraling galaxy, and he was completely unaffected by that. Plus, Simon's fought Trevor and Alucard, who have also both fought Dracula, so Simon Belmont's capable of fighting at massively faster than light speeds. Mario, on the other hand, can outswim a black hole. He's fought Bowser, who can hit Starship Mario out of the air while it was flying, and Starship Mario can move between galaxies within seconds. But Mario's most impressive feat was when he was able to move in an area where time and space didn't exist. This would mean Mario quite literally has infinite speed. So yeah, Mario was way faster, way stronger, and way more durable, but that's not to say Simon had nothing in this fight. He actually had a few edges over Mario. For one, Simon was the smarter and more skilled warrior between the two. Yeah, Mario has years of experience battling Bowser, but that's the thing, he was fighting Bowser. Most of Bowser's schemes are incredibly simple and just consist of stealing Princess Peach and sending an army of Goombas to walk in one direction at Mario. Honestly, it's really not that impressive. Compare that to Simon's years of experience fighting monsters who have lived for thousands of years like Dracula, who up until the Belmont started showing up was leading an army of darkness to take over the entire world. And he was quite successful up until the pesky Belmont showed up. Simon also had his armor, which boosts Simon's magical abilities and gives him resistance to pretty much every form of attack, which would also help him survive a few extra hits from Mario. Unfortunately, those were the only real advantages Simon had over him. Hell, Simon's arsenal of monster-killing tools was nothing compared to Mario's power-ups. Yeah, Simon had a stopwatch that could freeze time, but so does Mario, and they're both immune to time stopping, so those items were completely cancelled out. And really, what does that leave Simon with after we cancel out the time stopping? A whip, a magic barrier, and some throwing weapons. Yeah, Mario on the other hand could throw fire and ice balls, he could straight up turn Simon Belmont into a pile of gold coins with his gold power-up, or he can use a Starman to become completely indestructible for a while, or use his white Tanuki suit to become quite literally invincible and unable to die to anything but instant kill moves until he decides to take the suit off. Or Mario could always use Cappy to simply possess Simon, have him kill himself, and then leave his body before he's fully dead. Honestly, this fight was really clear-cut with Mario holding almost every advantage. Looks like Simon's efforts were in vain because Mario simply got the jump on him. Our winner is Mario. Next time on Combo Breaker! Right quick, before we get into the next time trailer, I want to give a huge thanks to ZDogS for making this trailer. He did an amazing job, and this is a fight I've been super hyped to do for a while. So yeah, go check out his channel, there will be a link to it in the description, and honestly, give this guy some praise. He did a great job for this one. So where was I? Oh yeah, next time on Combo Breaker!
You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again, and you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
Oh hell yeah, it's time to hack and slash! That's right, next time it's Jason Voorhees versus the Predator. So let me know your thoughts on the next fight in the comments down below, let me know who you think is gonna win, and have a great day guys!